Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to talk about the actual cost for $5,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for an 80-year-old male. Now, the first thing you want to know is you can go directly to our website. We've got a quoter on just about every page, and you can just click on whatever state you live in. We're licensed in all 50 states. And then you click the coverage amount you want, just put your birthday in there. It's going to show you all the different insurance companies that an 80-year-old male will qualify for and give you actual pricing. So feel free to do that. You can also call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. Now, the first thing you want to consider if you're an 80-year-old male looking at $5,000 worth of insurance is $5,000 going to be enough for what you want done? So you've got to really have a plan for whether you're going to be cremated or buried. Now, if you're going to be cremated and you're just going to come home in a cardboard box or an urn, $5,000 is more than enough at age 80. Maybe if you live to 100, you might want a little bit more, but typically 5,000 is going to be enough. That again, that average cost of that cremation is $1,000 to $2,000. Well, that's what's coming home in a cardboard box or an urn. So you've got almost double the amount built in there for inflation. And if, God forbid, something happens sooner, there'd be a little bit extra money for some final expenses, medical bills, something like that. Now, if you're looking for cremation and you're going to have a ceremony or some sort of service or something like that, that's probably going to be between $3,500 to $4,500. So $5,000 is still enough. But you might want to, it's probably pretty close at age 80. Most guys don't live to age 80. Some guys kind of throw off the curve and live to age 100, but most guys don't. So, if you wanted to get a little bit more extra protection, I might say bump it up to $6,000 or $7,000. And the reason is we just want people to be conservative. We would rather them get the amount of insurance they need and not overinsure. I can tell you one thing: at age 80 years old, trying to get $30,000 or $40,000 worth of insurance it's a bit of a tough go, just because the insurance gets so expensive because you're 80. So if you're going to get buried, then it's a different story. Average cost of a burial right now is right around $10,000 in the United States. And that's nothing fancy. You're not going to get anything really fancy for that. It's going to be a very simple, meager ceremony. But by the same token, if you walk into a funeral home with a $10,000 check, pretty much anywhere in America, they will help you out. I can't imagine they would let that money walk down the street to one of their competitors. But certainly if you've got $5,000 of insurance, that's not going to be enough. Now, maybe you had an existing $5,000 or maybe $10,000 and you wanted to add another $5,000 to get up to $10,000 or $15,000 just because, prices are going up. So yeah, we can certainly help you add coverage if that's what you're looking for. Now, the one thing we do recommend is getting first day coverage. Do not believe all the plans out there that tell you that the only thing you qualify for is a 2-year waiting period. We help people with first day coverage all day long. Now, what a lot of people would say is, yeah, but that first day coverage has health questions and I'm not in that great of health. Well, that's why we work with a bunch of different insurance companies. So if, God forbid, you do have some health issues, we can typically work around those health issues and find a company that will accept you for first day coverage. We've got a pretty terrific track record. 95% of the people we help qualify for first day coverage. So the plans that we don't recommend, though, are the 2-year waiting period policies. And the reason we don't recommend those is they're not going to pay out in the first 2 years if you die of any health or medical reason. So, at age 80, having a 2-year waiting period is not ideal at all, just because statistically, most guys aren't living much past 80. So, with the first day coverage, you're going to qualify unless you have really significant health issues, like maybe you've got a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you have dementia, or you're on dialysis, or if you're in a hospital or in a nursing home. If that's the case, we would recommend a different type of policy for you. But again, by and large, most people are going to qualify for first day coverage. So let's take a look at some of the 2-year waiting period plans out there, and we'll get you some actual pricing and help you see what that looks like. So Colonial Penn is one of the kind of more well-known insurance companies out there, simply because it seems like they advertise every 7 minutes on television. Boy, do they put a lot of commercials out there. And it's kind of interesting because when people hear that $9.95 plan, a lot of 80-year-old guys would think, hey, I'm pretty smart until waiting until I'm 80 years old, because I can get one of them $9.95 plans, and I'm probably going to have $20, $30, $40, $50,000 worth of insurance for $9.95. I guess I fooled everybody. and then they get on the website, or they call them, or they're able to find the rates somewhere. And if you remember, Colonial Penn has per unit pricing. So 1 unit is $9.95. Well, look at here. A male age 80, 1 unit worth of coverage is going to be $426 for an 80-year-old male. Now, $426 is not going to get a cremation done. Heck, I can't imagine what would get done for $426. Certainly not going to get a burial done. So just be very aware of that per unit pricing. It is not ideal. And it's got a 2-year waiting period, and I'll show you how expensive it is as well. There's other 2-year waiting period companies out there like Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha product, AIG, Globe Life, or AIG, not Globe Life, that would be AIG and Gerber. And a lot of those companies, that sell 2-year waiting period plans, and there's a bunch of them. There's a number of those that have done a pretty good job of convincing folks that the only thing you can get is a 2-year waiting period policy when you're over age 50, and nothing could be further from the truth. That would be lies, because we help people with first day coverage. So simply not true. Don't fall for that stuff. So let's see how much coverage we can actually get on an 80-year-old male. It's going to get us around $5,000. Now, they've got per unit pricing. So I'm going to guess 1 unit's roughly $500. That means we're probably going to have to look at 10 units to come close, maybe 10 or 11. I'm just guessing. You got to play around. You just can't get, for an 80-year-old male, you can't get 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 with their $9.95 plan. It comes out goofy numbers. So there's 10 units. There's a goofy number, 40 to 60. Let's try 11 units. Let's try 12 units. Kind of frustrating, huh? So 12 units would be $5,112. So kind of a goofy number. That's going to be $120 roughly, just rounding numbers. So let's go see what first day coverage with a first day coverage company would cost. So $5,000 for a male, age 80. We're going to click get a quote. And again, we're going to jump back here for roughly $5,000. That's $120. And from a first day insurance company, look at that, Aetna, great company. Let's see, what are some of these other companies? Even if you look at it, CVS Health, 71, they're within a few dollars anyway. But let's just round the numbers. Let's keep it easy. Say right around $70. That makes the math easy for me. So if you look here, this is 120, and then so it's about $50 difference. So think about this. If you get the Colonial Penn, you're going to be paying $50 more a month. You're going to have a 2-year waiting period, and you're going to overpay on your insurance every single day for the rest of your life by $50 a month, which is $600 a year. And if you lived an extra 10 years, you'd overpay an extra $6,000 on a $5,000 policy. Ouch. So as you get up in age, it's really important you shop around for the best pricing. Let's see if there's anybody else out here maybe that advertises quite a bit. Oh, Lincoln Heritage, fine company, level first day coverage, but $93. So Lincoln Heritage has a thing where they'll call 2 or 3 funeral homes or something like that, shop around, get you the best deal, whatever. Maybe do a couple other things too, but they charge more for that. So look at this. This is $93, and we know that we're just averaging these around $70. So I'm going to say roughly $20 more a month. You're going to overpay $240 a year. If you live 10 years, you're going to overpay $2,400. And for a company to make 2 or 3 phone calls and do a couple other things and collect $2,400, Some people would say that's kind of expensive. I don't know. It's a lot of money. The people we help are on fixed or limited incomes. That's a lot of money. We'd rather see you keep that money in your own pocket and spend it on your family and loved ones while you're alive. You'll have those memories, and they'll have those memories until they die. So what we recommend is, depending on the company, is we provide a free funeral and estate planning guide. You can fill out all your final wishes, everything that you want done, what goes where, who gets what, where you want to be buried, kind of all that stuff. You just fill it out and keep it with your policy. And that way, when you pass away, it's going to be there for your family members and loved ones. And they will know that you were thinking about them well in advance, and that you cared about them and you loved them, and you didn't want them to struggle during a really difficult time, both financially and emotionally. So it's a really nice way to do it, and it's a great way to save anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000 depending on the coverage. So again, you can go to funeralfunds.com, and we've got this quarter on just about every page. We've got a specific quarter for YouTube. That's funeralfunds.com/YouTube, where you can get all the discounts that you qualify for. And you can also call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. So whether you've got an existing policy and you want to shop around, do some price shopping on it, or you have an existing policy that's not enough and you want to add coverage, or if you're just looking for brand new coverage, or even if you just want some information, just reach out to us. We look forward to helping you out with this. Until that day comes, you take care and have a nice day. Bye-bye.